What's wrong?
There's some real scary ladies out there.
Well, spill the spook tea, sis.
Hey people, today we are continuing our exploration into the folklore, cryptids, and monsters hiding in this here United States. This is our second video on Alabama, so if you missed the first, it will be linked in the description for you to catch up on. There will be at least one more video on Alabama, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss it.
So tell me more about these scary ladies like you were supposed to.
Ah, yes. Our last video was on Alabama's aliens, but there are scarier things hiding out there. Today we will be diving deep into the chilling female monsters that are lurking in Alabama.
Luna's ready. I mean, females are scary in general, so I'm kind of scared to see how they are while they're monsters.
Yes, these ladies are beyond scary and are also probably my favorite spooks hiding out in Alabama. And that's the tea, sis.
So let's start this off with a lovely sweetheart called Huggin Molly.
The name is both accurate and deceiving. You will be hugged, but you won't like it. That's a promise.
Oh, no, you won't. This folkloric woman is said to walk the streets of Abbeville, Alabama, and has been putting children in their place for years.
And she's really not hard to miss. Molly is described as being a giant, 7-foot-tall woman who is as big around as a bale of cotton, is dressed in all black, and wears a wide-brimmed hat. Oh, and she's pale. That doesn't seem as important to me because I basically look like a ghost, but okay.
Literally imagine just coming across this giant woman who wears all black and is pale. She literally sounds like a vampire. I don't know if I'd run or ask how to be taller like her.
I always imagine vampires as being, like, skimpy. I don't think I ever imagined them being, like, beefy.
I don't imagine them being beefy, just,
Is
like,
a bale
really
of
tall.
cotton? Is a bale of cotton beefy? I've never seen one.
I don't know what a bale of
This is the
cotton...
Midwest. I've only seen hay.
I don't know what cotton looks like.
Okay, anyways. Now, you can't just wander onto Molly on any time of day. She is said to only appear to people who are out late at night. This is why parents in Abbeville often threaten their children with things like, Huggin Molly gon' get you if you stay out after dark. Now, some of this might give you La Llorona vibes, however, her actions are very different.
Oh, yes, very different. If you have the honor of running into Molly, she will chase you down, give you a big hug, and scream into your ear. As unpleasant as that may be, she supposedly doesn't cause any other harm.
I actually love this. She is literally my role model. Instilling enough fear to traumatize children, but also kind of holding, like, respect and grace by not killing them. She's kind of like the royalty of nightmares. I'm a fan. I want to be hugged. Molly, if you're out there, I'd love to meet up.
Can we do that here? Do you think she's up for making a trip down here? Huggin Molly, if you're watching, please come here and work your stuff.
I gotta make a quick update. I've seen a bale of cotton. She's huge. That's not even possible.
Bale of cotton?
Huge.
Woman? They don't make clothes that big.
No. No, they don't.
She has to be really tall to support that.
She wears a king-size quilt.
Yeah.
Ugh. All you people need to subscribe so I can afford to go meet Molly. I think it's a worthy cause, and it definitely would make a cool video.
A very worthy cause indeed. She might teach us a thing or two about some of her tricks. Some people here need it. Like, seriously need it. Seriously.
Oh, geez, it's a 12-hour drive. But a road trip would be so much fun. We can go next summer. You can drive. Deal?
Deal? Maybe we'll get hugged.
I want to get hugged. Excuse me. Let me just step on right out of that tangent and back into the story.
About time. Molly's origins are quite vague. Some sources say that she is the ghost of a mother who lost her infant child and deals with the tragedy by hugging local children. Some even say that a former male professor brought the legend back by dressing as Molly and scaring students in order to keep them safe and off the streets.
Really, the consensus is that people are still being scared by Molly to this date, so either her ghost is still among us, or people are still keeping up her reputation by getting their costume on.
Indeed, people still report having run-ins with Molly. One such story is recorded from Mac Gregory. The website didn't list the date of the story. They just said that Mac was born in 1901, so take that as you will.
So obviously, this is a bit outdated. Mac was out late at night, walking home, and felt like something was following him. Naturally, he looked behind him and could just barely make out a tall black-robed figure.
The size of cotton.
Yeah, huge. This huge black-robed figure. So he started to walk faster and eventually ran, but his pace was constantly matched by the figure chasing him. In the dark night, I add.
In the dark night, Molly comes out. I'm not surprised. Maybe he should have listened to his parents about this story. I also don't know why he was walking in the first place when it was clearly too dark that even other people aren't out.
Molly has a great impact, not only on the children that she violently snuggles, but also on the town of Abbeville itself. There is a lovely-looking restaurant called Huggin Mollys. It is a 50s-themed restaurant, and I would like to eat there. We'll have to stop by when you drive me there next summer.
Sounds like it'd have good food with, like, crazy names that all have to do with hugs.
Like chicken strips and fries, shakes.
Okay.
I love it.
Now I'm hungry.
I'm sorry.
I wonder if she's ever been there. She probably dressed differently to not be recognized, like the celebrity she is.
What can you put over a bale of cotton that makes you look less like Huggin Molly?
I don't know. Maybe hay.
Couldn't a bale of cotton even fit in the door?
They had to make the doors big enough for her.
She comes in the back. I want her to hug me, obviously.
She dresses as hay this time.
Oh, so she rolls herself in there as hay.
Rolls herself in as hay.
They've got like a garage door in the back that she comes in through.
Rolls in as hay, orders food, rolls back out, and becomes cotton again.
I got it. Yeah, that seems legit. Thank you. So it's time to ask the age-old question. Did it happen?
As much as I'd like to believe there is this ghost out there, it seems a bit sketch. I half and half believe it. I can see it being a hoax and other people doing this to scare children, but I also see it being a true thing. So my consensus is... that was a good one.
That was really good.
I don't even know, but I'm gonna believe it anyway because I love it and she's what I aspire to be when I die.
Well, I would love to believe that people are out there dressing up and scaring children. I don't know why I'd love to believe it, but I would.
I'd do it.
It's great. I'm really holding out hope that Molly is legit. I'm a faithful believer in things like this, so my consensus is... I sure hope so.
Now, there's an important distinction we need to make before we conclude Huggin Molly's story.
I'm glad you reminded me.
Oh, good.
Molly is often confused with a complete other being called the Woman in Black. The Woman in Black is supposedly a whole other entity that walks around in black and causes genuine harm to people. And she's also supposed to be in that same area.
She probably doesn't dress like cotton.
She probably isn't as big as Cotton, so I don't know why you would confuse her. I really couldn't find any information on her because trying to research only brought up stuff about abortion laws, and I also give up easy.
There isn't a whole lot to go off of, so I think we can have a group consensus of... Not enough information!
That's so bad. No info, yo. Now, I'm excited to share our last female spook of this video. Let me just tell you, these ladies didn't disappoint. Really, each story has been a new kind of confusion mixed with fear, my favorite kind.
Oh, yeah.
This next story is about the Wolf Woman of Mobile.
Let's set the scene in Mobile, Alabama, in April of 1971. You're just doing the kinds of things you do in 1971.
Like looking at bales of cotton.
Or hay.
Or hay. Yeah.
And then suddenly news breaks out. People left and right are reporting sightings in the area of a horrifying creature.
This creature is, shockingly, the Wolf Woman of Mobile. She is described in two slightly different ways. The most common way was as a creature with the body of a wolf and the head of a beautiful woman. A few other sources said she had the top half of a woman and the body half of a wolf, bottom half of a wolf, which could be interpreted in a few different ways. Either way, people agreed that she was both frightening and beautiful.
Sounds like me. I'm going to confirm. It's me.
Personally, looking at these pictures, I don't see it. Disturbing for sure, but pretty... I don't know about that.
This creature caused a mass paranoia in the area that fizzled out in a few weeks. So, you might be thinking, why is this notable?
I was.
I'm going to answer that. Only a few weeks of people watching their backs? This isn't so notable. But actually, there were over 50 sightings. These sightings also stopped so suddenly.
And this kind of all adds up for a convincing story, especially the sightings stopping suddenly. This would all correlate with a real creature stopping in and leaving the area in a few weeks.
Yes, and this creature didn't just wander in the view of people. It was said to have stalked and chased home numerous people.
It would actually be horrifying to see a wolf with the face of a human chasing you. Like, on all four legs running, I might die. Like, you could imagine what would happen if it caught up to you?
It definitely wouldn't hug you, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, I wish it would.
Gives it a little belly rubs. It's gonna be okay.
Oh no. Oh, no! We're having a malfunction. Oh, it's back, it's back. This is not a script. That malfunction was my brain.
both of our brains.
Excuse me. The background of this creature is essentially unknown. Considering this is more of a brief wild animal sighting than a folkloric monster, there really is no history to lean on. However, there are theories about where she came from. Some suspected that she was a feral woman, raised by wolves. Mm-hmm. This one is my personal favorite because it makes literally no sense. Like, somehow growing up around a wolf transformed your lower half into that of a wolf. Like, maybe it would make you walk on all fours, but that's about it.
People don't like to believe things that sound ridiculous, like this creature, but they like this theory? I don't understand how that makes sense, but the fact that this could be true doesn't.
Some other theories are that the wolf woman was a werewolf or an apparition. So basic. One of the most believable ones... My skin feels basic.
So basic.
And I'm not basic. One of the most believable ones to me is that she is a skinwalker. Skinwalkers are one of the most genuinely terrifying things you could encounter, and they are known to shapeshift into other creatures. Great. Let us know in the comments if you want a video about skinwalkers, but you should really know that I'm not even, like, creating a bit when I say this. Like, skinwalkers are scary. If I had a list of creatures that I'm not willing to go look for, even if you paid me, they're at the top. They're, like, real nightmare material.
Supernatural has taught me that skinwalkers are not something to mess with. They're very scary creatures, and the fact that they can turn into anything just makes it scarier for me.
Supernatural didn't do them justice. I'll have to show you some videos later. Like, the real-life stories are insane.
So, do you believe in the wolf woman?
I think I do. I think claims of mass hysteria are stupid and unreasonable excuses, so that leaves no other option for me. And especially hearing about the skinwalker theory, it feels way too real to me. My consensus is... you. Yeah, I think so.
I believe it. I mainly believe the skinwalker theory. It seems like something that could happen, and skinwalkers are thought to be true everywhere. I think that this is a good example, for one.
It obviously makes more sense than a woman raised by wolves. Just saying.
Sorry, y'all, but we are all have spooks to haunt your dreams. But I feel so much more educated after that. Caleigh, what did we learn?
Women are the worst. Not only are they equal to men in every way, but
goodness.
Terrible, but they also make some pretty stinking scary monsters. So do yourself a favor and stay away from all women forever. In fact, you need to hand every woman you see a $20 bill and run away fast to guarantee your protection in the future. It is guaranteed to work, I swear.
Maybe. I'd like one.
Yeah.
And if you should see an animal with the head of a human, stop taking whatever drugs you're on. They're messing with your head. But if you're not on drugs, you better have played track in high school because you gotta skeet on out of there.
There is nothing worse than just hanging out at night, being on the streets, and getting ambushed by a hug.
Of course not.
Okay, so maybe a hug where you get violently screamed at could be just a little worse.
A little bit.
So just stay inside at night, or at all times, just to be safe. Personally, I take that advice every day.
And while you're safe indoors, don't bother trying to research the women in black in Alabama because, honey, you ain't gonna get anywhere. But if you do, let me know. Maybe I should have dropped Alabama and just searched for the woman in black? No, I can get inaccurate results. Ugh, why is the internet so difficult?
Tell me about it.
I just did.
While these women should be avoided at all costs, do you know what I love to see?
If people watch more of our videos, I'd bet they know the answer.
Correct! Comments! Welcome to the portion of the show where we list a series of questions to address in this here comments section.
So, did you like the video?
What was your favorite part?
What was your least favorite part?
What topic should we cover for next time?
What's your favorite color?
Have you ever been to Alabama?
Would you be alarmed by a baking video?
Did you ever end up trying Berry Pepsi?
And that concludes the Dude Just Comment section of the show.
Thanks for coming! We are doing our absolute best to upload weekly, and I feel so much more motivated when I have your support. So please let us know how you feel and try staying a while.
I bet we'll grow on you.
Like a fungus. A great fungus.
A super fungus. Now, go watch some of our other videos to get to know us, and the supernatural realm even better. If you happen to have your own personal scary story about Alabama, or literally any other spooky topic, we have a lovely little email in the description that we check frequently.
All the time.
Hourly.
Perhaps we could include it in a video, or maybe give some unprofessional advice. I don't know, I'm new to this. But because we literally have no subscribers, we will most definitely read that email. and I'm pretty sure you can expect a response.
So hug a child, scream in their ear, and passionately hit that like button with your pinky toe on your right foot, preferably, to show your support.
And courageously slap that subscribe button against the advice of all your friends so you can know about every single video we do. Even if you don't want to know, do it anyways. I need some money so I can go to Alabama and visit my queen, Molly.
Well, this tea's lukewarm, so I think we should go brew some more.
I completely agree. Thanks for joining us.